Patrick, guess what came in the mail today?
Oh, what?
This.
Stick it in!
U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, yeah, you ugly, you ugly, bitch. U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi.
Welcome back, Raw Nation, to another installment of Raw. You will get a better insight of each king and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royal, baby. I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
Yo, it's Decepticons, Bradford Smith, and I'm here on the Cheno Show.
Hey, man. How you doing today, bro?
Man, chilling. Just working hard and chilling.
Yes, sir. I see you blessed with the palm trees in the back, man. What's going on? Where you at, brother?
Oh, yeah, so I'm out in Malibu. So a lot of people that do know me, I work out of Malibu, Vegas, obviously Fort Wayne too, Atlanta. So, you know, a well-versed travel producer. So I'll be getting around.
Okay,
But this mainly, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What time is it out there, man? Still look early out there.
Yeah, it's about 7 something or 8
7?
something. I don't know. Yeah, but son, I'm probably gonna have to walk. I'm right next to the studio, so if it get too dark, I'll walk over and some light. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's 11 here, man. We making wishes that we are out there.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Hey, you can get out here. Trust me.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you showing some love and giving us the time. I know you're a busy man, but go ahead for the fans back at home. Elaborate on who Bradford Smith is, aka Decepticons.
So Bradford Smith is a music producer. He's a teacher, and Decepticons is a DJ. So I've been DJing for a minute, around the country, slightly around the world. I don't know if you want to call Canada and Mexico around the world still international, but other than that, been doing this for years, produce, record, engineer, market, everything. So more of when people ask me short term, I just tell them I'm an executive producer because I also work on other projects besides music too.
Okay. Let's take a little journey because I know you do a lot and a lot comes along with the gig and everything. But how did you even get involved in just music in general? Did you just wake up one day and you like, Mom, I got this fire idea for a track?
Right. So how I started music was my aunt was like one of the instructors or one of the main people at the YMCA. So when I was younger, I think we moved to Fort Wayne from California at a time period, like when I was in middle school, going to high school. So once that happened, we pretty much had a free membership. So automatically from living out in Cali, I was already heavily inspired by music from Kurt Cobain and Tupac and just being out, during that time. And then coming over to Indiana, it was like, oh, here go buckets, here go African drums, here go piano lessons. So that's how it started.
Okay. Well, I know you were saying like some influences, like was Kurt Cobain and like Tupac like your main influences, or like did you have like other main influences?
Well, to be honest, I was a big man. When I was out in Cali when I was younger, I wanted to be a rockhead or a drummer and a surfer. Yep, drummer, surfer, skater.
I do not get that from your vibe at all, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of rock, man? Now that you said that, now I gotta know. Like you talking like metal, like Christian, like what are you talking about?
Man, definitely. I mean, I named the band, so definitely System of a Down's my favorite, hands down. All the way to I would say Slipknot. And just any good rock band, but those hands down are my two like favorite bands, especially System of a Down, because they got so many different layers. Yeah, it's rock, but they got like harmonies and the key changes and everything they do. I was always fascinated with that, especially them being from LA too.
Okay. Would you say that you're inspired by all like the whole spectrum of music, or is like there one that you like don't really vibe with, or like how would you say that?
Yeah, I definitely vibe with all music, but people that know me, my least favorite music is country. But one of my favorite, I follow up with this because I really like him, is Johnny Cash. So I love like old school Johnny Cash.
Okay, you're not down with like Lil Nas X country or like what's going on?
That's definitely pop. That's not even country. That's straight pop music. That's straight record label. Do this right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. What you got going on now? I know you were talking about you know, Malibu and Vegas. Like what's popping off with that stuff that you got going on?
Yeah, so out in Vegas, I work with the library and the Best Buy Tech Center there. So I've been working at the library for years doing the music program, teaching them audio engineering, production, marketing, business law, or like music law, and just artist development. So I've been working there for years. And out here in Malibu, I work with a few artists, but the main artist I work with is Renella. Um, and she's a very accomplished artist. She took a break for a minute, and I say the last 6 months she kind of been like back on the scene. So that's why I came back out to Cali to start working. And she knew I just went back to Vegas also too.
Okay. What just from my knowledge, like which one came first? Was it like you being a DJ or just you being more like on the audio side? Like, or were they both connected?
Yeah, so so how I became a DJ was off of music production. So I used to, well, still do. I ghost produce for a lot of for a handful of artists, DJs in Vegas. So a lot of people don't know as a DJ, in order to play like major festivals, you have to have your own music. So people just thinking like DJs out there just playing the hottest song. Yeah, they do, and they might have a remix, but in order to like get a major deal with a label, it's definitely music production. So my music production background is crazy. Like I can produce anything in the world. So that's why becoming a DJ was just secondhand nature.
Okay. How or what's something that you would tell like up and coming DJs like that are like looking to get into the field? Like what's some important things that they need to know?
Unfortunately, social media is sick that I even say that because our world has been taken over by social media. So when I tell new DJs or up and coming DJs like what's the best advice, I say you definitely got to know marketing. Like one-on-one marketing is the biggest thing. Any artist, producer, studio, I don't care who you are, marketing runs the world for sure. Then far as from the music side, as a DJ, a lot of people get into DJ not knowing how to produce. So it's just simple like, hey, learn how to produce. And then it's not a lot of DJs as far as like EDM, electronic dance music. What I mostly do is not a lot of like classes for it. So you kind of gotta like a lot of people just go on YouTube and learn. So I tell people like, hey, if you want to be a DJ, instead of trying to learn how to be a electronic dance producer, just learn how to be a producer
Okay.
because the different vibes is all through the music.
Would you say like because you know like people fall in love with like niches and stuff and people like push people to like to be like one note like now, but would you say like it benefits more to just be more like all over and like try each and everything?
Right, definitely. I mean, you got to try everything, but at the same time, you still got to have a niche. So it's kind of like find a niche and probably like explore when you first start, or just throw out a bunch of things and whatever catch, that's probably the way you want to go.
Okay. Would you because you know like bringing it back to like obviously people got to do something that they want to love it, they got to have the passion for it. Like would you still push when it comes to just people trying to find like that same thing that they love, that common balance between loving something and you know people may react off something that you don't love? Like for example, like you've heard some artists possibly say that they made a track that possibly hit and it was viral but they didn't love the way that they sang on it, and you know, so what do you think about that?
Well, I'll go to a hot topic on that. I think the best way to explain that is just looking at Kendrick and Drake careers. It's like you got when Kendrick first came out, I'm pretty sure some of the songs he did, he just had to do just to get a buzz. And he was kind of trying to do his style, but he definitely was directed. So now he do whatever he want. Versus Drake, Drake about that bag. So Drake just going to do hit after hit after hit after hit after hit to the point he start doing hits that he like. So I think it's like a if you a new artist, no matter what music you do, if you can find that balance between what people want to hear and what you love, I think that's the ultimate connection.
Okay. Um, did you have? I don't know if we talked about it. Did you have any? Do you still do shows at
Yeah,
all?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
have?
So go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So after COVID, I was like, before COVID, I did probably like 40 to 60 shows a year all over the country. Um, and obviously, like, I was doing some with Night Nation. I was doing some with Fat Man Scoop, DJ Knowledge. Like, I was working. Then after COVID, it kind of like the whole scene changed, especially being out of Vegas. From 100 DJ friends, promoters, A&Rs, whoever it was, agents, probably 10 of them was left after COVID. And that's what caused me to go. So I ended up going back home. I was trying to survive it. So I ended up coming back to
Right.
Indiana for about a year or so. But I survived it for a minute, but it was really, really tough. And now just kind of being, lightly doing shows, getting back in the studio, working on new music, and definitely this fall, going into spring, I'm definitely working.
Okay. Uh, I know you talked about your shout out your one artist that you're working with out there, but like, is she like your sole artist that you got going
Oh
on?
no! I'm working, so I give none of y'all the artists get mad if I miss your name. But just off the top of the head, far as like, let me think. Fort Wayne, I make it simple. I almost worked with everybody in Fort Wayne, and even if I didn't directly work with them, I was probably helping somebody who was working with them. So like, just to give you, I just look to the people like who I kind of, like who I worked with for years. I worked with the Chrome Cats. I worked with T Zank. And me and T Zank, a lot of me and T Zank relationship was based off of marketing, based off of like he used to come out here to LA. We've been to the Grammys, Eclipse. He's more of a advisor, DJ Eclipse / producer Eclipse. He just got a song with Boosie, which is phenomenal. But he's been like more some advisor and a mentor. So Eclipse is one of the artists / record label owners / media companies who really was like, bro, what is you doing? Like, I know you behind the scenes making your money, but you really need to get back out and start putting out tracks and DJing. But other than that, all the rappers, like a lot of people don't know, I was a big part of Scoop the Kid success. Fetty the Sneak, Meets the G, all the CC. That's what people really see. They think I'm just like an EDM producer, but when it comes to like the hood artists, almost every hood artist I worked with. You know what I'm saying? And like recently, I got a project with Nizzy Nice, new artist named Toga. So it's all over the place, all over the place. And I know I miss a whole bunch of singers, whole bunch of.
Hey, he already put out the disclaimer. He already said, "Don't be mad. Don't be mad once
Right,
I'm missing your man."
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you're looking forward to here pretty soon, like that you're gonna collab with, or like, do you have any like bigger names that you're like looking to like reach out to and like collab with?
Yeah, definitely. I have did collabs with Killer Mike was one of the ones who first discovered me when I was living in Atlanta. When I first started producing. Like I said before, Fat Man Scoop, the infamous hype man. We got a few shows coming up this year. Other than that, there's a few artists who I worked with, even working with now. Obviously, I can't name, but they super big. But I really want to talk about that. So I have worked with, for instance, I can't talk about this. Like I worked with Gucci Man, so I did a remix for one of his songs, and in the label, actually, Gucci Man cleared it. His people cleared it, and the other artist that was with them, it was like one of his random artists that was on his label, Brick Squad or whatever. Not, I think that's Waka Flocka label. But anyways, make a long story short, I actually got to work with Gucci Man, did a remix, and I was excited. This is why I tell artists like, man, you gotta keep your mouth closed. I was excited. I was telling a couple people, but at that point I was in the industry for a minute. So like I seen it, and I remember my cousin, he a basketball player, Justice Mitchell. He was like, man, you should be posting this and all this other stuff. And I told him like, I was like, bro, I was like, we gotta wait one more level. The label. Then the label was like, told Gucci Man, if y'all want to clear this, y'all gonna have to pay us like 90 bands. So Gucci Man was like, I ain't paying that. Then
Right.
they call me just like, if you want to release it, you gotta pay 90 bands. I'm
Damn.
like, I'm cool. Like,
Said 90 bands. Shit.
I don't know, bro. It's crazy because man, it's the label. They be doing that. I'm about to get into the light a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Would you say are you even involved with any labels, or you just still independent with it?
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
yeah. I definitely I worked with E1, had a distribution deal with Allegra Novella, gospel artist who I was working with. Um which in Warner Brothers. Other than that, like I worked with Sony, I worked with a handful of labels. A lot of like the secondary labels to a label. So a lot of distribution deal situations. Um Currently, working with a few major situations right now, like I told you. But yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, it's crazy, man. I feel like I'm talking like way up here right now. I'm like, I'm already manifesting it right now. I'm like, look, I'm gonna get up there with you one day, maybe enjoying
Right.
that sunset with you.
Right.
But hey, man, I like to go ahead and shout out, you and I remember like as soon as I seen like a post that you made on like Instagram or some stuff like of like some of your work and whatnot, and been fascinated ever since. And I've been trying to reach out to you and get this interview rocking, and I definitely appreciate you showing love, and it means a lot, definitely. And I know hey, shout out. I know I didn't do it before, but I know I didn't know officially, but I know you had your hands in the cipher that we just released. So
Right.
shout out to you. Appreciate you for doing that. And yeah, man, just overall amazing. Just want to give you a flowers because you're definitely an amazing guy, amazing artist out here, just amazing everything all around. So shout out to you. But before we get on out of here, I got one more question for you, sir.
All right,
And
cool.
that is, where do you see all this stuff going in the next couple of years? What's the overall end game of Mr. Bradford or Decepticons?
Cool. So the end game, which a lot of people shout out to Mr. HQ, but the end game, not the end game, but another chapter
Okay.
in 2 years is definitely going to be working with a tech company called Art Speech and Tech. So it's basically a tech company that's teaching kids obviously how to help them further to produce music, and they got it like in the Meta and PC, and they working on the other companies. So it should be done fully with every app and computer within the next year. But look out, that's one of the biggest things where I see the future going. And it's one of those things where I had no idea that I'd be working in the tech space. But my advice for anybody, as far as an artist, producer, studio, a mom that's doing cooking shows, whoever you are, like if you can connect yourself to technology, like the budgets that they got is unbelievable. Like, so that's the biggest thing. And other than that, on the weekends, just plan on doing festivals and rocking out, having fun.
That's it, man. Hey, like I said, man, I appreciate you. Shout out any place we can find you, because we definitely need to find you.
All right, cool. Just so shout out to I gotta shout them out. All the producers who I work with. I work with a lot of producers. So all the Grammy producers, all the students, all that. But you can find me. Shout out to HDM. But other than that, you can find me at Decepticons and on Instagram, on whatever, DECEPTACONZ, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have it posted somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's
But,
gonna be right down here in the description.
yeah. But shout out to my producers, brothers, because we going through a battle right now, and it's dear to our hearts with the AI. So my last message to all producers is, instead of fighting it, learn it, because you gotta learn the machine in order to beat it. And most likely, Siri gonna take over all our brains anyways, and we're gonna die. So that's that.
Better do adapt than just keep going against the grain.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, man, I definitely appreciate you. I'm gonna have you on a check-in, my other segment where I check in
Right.
on artists. And so You ain't seen the last of this man. Probably
Right.
next time he's gonna have a different backdrop because you know he's probably at the house with the backdrop in the back.
Right. Yeah.
So he's probably gonna be in the cornfields of Indiana, just right back there.
Right.
But until
this
next
just
time,
on filter. Yeah.
yeah, he's lying to you. It's AI right there. He ain't in Malibu right now.
Right.
But until next time, I appreciate you again. Stay royal out there. Peace.
Boom. Blessing.